Hello and welcome for being our newest members of our CSUSM Cougar campus community. Congratulations on being admitted to our campus, and we're here today to talk with you all about just some things that make our campus community and environment so special and how you could really tap into that. So my name is Leslie Rockwell. I am the Associate Director of Student Conduct and I work in the Dean of Students office. I've been here about 6 years, and by far it's my most favorite campus that I've ever worked at, so welcome.
And I'm Bonnie Campbell. I'm the care manager for Cougar Care Network, also in the Dean of Students office. I have been here about 1.5 years, so a little bit longer than you all will be when you join us. And I have to tell you that I have found this campus to be warm and welcoming, and like Leslie said, very special. I hope that you'll have the same experience, and we're here to help you have that same experience.
So as new students here at CSU San Marcos, we hope that during your time here, you will be inspired to create a holistic, transformative learning experience that inspires and challenges you to change the world, either while you're here as a student and especially after you graduate and go out into the world fulfilling your dreams. So with that sentiment, we would like to show you a video of just some of the different paths that our recent graduates took to get to that commencement stage. So please enjoy.
Falling too fast to prepare for this. Tripping in the world could be dangerous. Everybody circling as vultures. Negative, nepotist. Everybody waiting for the fall of man. Everybody praying for the end of times. Everybody hoping they could be the one. I was born to run, I was born for this. Whip, whip, run me like a racehorse. Pull me like a ripcord. Break me down and build me up. I wanna be the slip, slip. Word upon your lip, lip. Rather that you rip, rip. Break me down and build me up. Whatever it takes. Hypothetical, working under something that I'm proud of. Out of the box, an epoxy to the world and the vision we've lost. I do what it takes, whatever it takes.
Next up, the world gonna have to find out. Tune in to my YouTube channel. I'm joking, I don't have a YouTube channel.
So we hope you all enjoyed that, and we want you to keep that video in mind as we go through our time together today and as you go through all of orientation. We know that all of you will have your own unique experience and journey, and really just embrace that for yourself. And if you ever come to any dips in the road or hit any speed bumps, we'll be sharing some resources with you all through this presentation in order to get over those successfully and get to graduation. So as you can all see by this fancy bouncing graphic, you are at the center of the CSUSM community. So you all may be thinking a different definition of what community may mean to you, and that's okay. Some of you may be thinking your community will be your academic major and maybe those classes that you'll be taking with a lot of your peers. Some of you may be joining a sports club or an athletic team or different organization or Greek life, and that's great. We don't want to restrict you on your definition of what community is, but regardless of what your definition is, you are at the center of it. So in essence, you are getting out of the experience that you put into our campus community and CSUSM. So whatever you put into it with passion, with time and energy, you will get that much back tenfold.
Okay, so we'd like for you to consider a question as we talk about you being really at the center of our community. As Leslie said, we want you to feel like you're a part of this community, and we want to make sure that everyone is supporting you so you can be a successful part of this community. What that means is that we have resources and services that we want to help you with, to help you feel included, and we also ask for responsibilities from each of our students so they can be good stewards of the community as well. So I want you to think about this question that's up on the screen. What is important to you when it comes to being part of our community? What does it mean to you? What are you hoping to find and to see and feel when you start campus in August? I know some students have mentioned they want to feel a sense of inclusiveness. They want to feel safety. They want there to be a mutual respect for everyone on campus. What's important to other students is integrity. So a lot of different things. And we think it's helpful for you to think about what is important for you when you join us in August. As you consider what's important to you and you look forward to beginning your journey here at Cal State San Marcos in the fall, we want you to know that you have resources available to you, and we also ask responsibilities of you in order to make your journey and your time here a success, both personally and academically. And the first place for you to stop, or start rather, is what we call the Cougar Care Network, and that's where I work in the Dean of Students office, and we do call ourselves the first stop for all things student. Now, what does that mean? That means that we provide information, resources, and support to students to help ensure their personal and academic success. We have several staff members who are available. We're open 8 to 5 every day, and you can either walk in, email us, or call us, so you might want to jot our phone number down. And so what do we mean by that? Well, what we mean is if you are having a personal issue, for instance, a family crisis, a medical problem, mental health issues like anxiety or depression, even just a significant life change for you, or if you have academic problems, having difficulty doing your work, focusing, getting to class when you need to, or financial issues, like if you're struggling to make ends meet, if you don't have enough food, or housing is an issue. For any of those things, we want you to come and see us. Our goal is to help provide you with information, with resources, or with support, or all three, to help you find a solution, try to resolve your issues and concerns. That may be that we refer you other places on campus or even off campus, or we just provide the support that helps empower you to get the issues that you have going on resolved. So typically at Cougar Care Network, I know that we mentioned that we assist students with personal, financial, and academic issues. Some of the typical concerns that we see in students are mental health concerns, and that's primarily anxiety and depression. The world is kind of a stressful place right now. Being on campus can be stressful, whether you're a first year trying to adjust and transition from high school to college, or even a transfer student and getting used to the difference in academics from lower division to upper division academics can be very, very stressful. And in fact, we have found that on our campus, about 41% of our students have experienced depression in the last 12 months. 63% have experienced some overwhelming anxiety in the last 12 months. It's not uncommon. You're not alone if this happens to you, and we encourage you to reach out so that we can help you resolve these so it doesn't impact your ability to focus and concentrate in class. The other student concern that we see, and is pretty typical here as well as campuses across the country, are financial barriers. And that could be, like I mentioned earlier, just having to live paycheck to paycheck, or disbursement to disbursement, or it could be even food insecurity, not having a place to live, maybe couch surfing, living in your car for a period of time. Again, we want you to know that these are issues that happen on campus and across the country. You're not alone, and we want you to reach out so we can try to help you resolve these. About 42% of our students have experienced food insecurity in this past year, and about 13% have experienced housing insecurity. So we ask that you come see us. We'll do everything we can to help you resolve these concerns. Our goal is for you to be able to focus and concentrate on your academics, and it's easier to do when your basic needs are being met, and so that's what we want to try to help you with. And we would like to encourage you, if you feel that like your anxiety is getting the best of you after the first couple of weeks, or there are some financial issues, come and see us sooner than later. If it's the third, fourth week of school, we can hopefully help you resolve these concerns so that you can get back on track and complete the semester successfully. Sometimes if students do wait until the end of the semester, we will still always work with you to try to resolve your concerns, but it may be difficult to actually complete your courses successfully. So give us a call. We're here to support you with whatever you need. And remember, Cougar Care Network.
So I'd like to expand a little bit upon what we meant when we said safety and fairness is a priority for our campus. So it took you all probably a long road to get to this point and get to the seat that you're sitting in today. And being a college student, whether that's a first-year student or a transfer student coming from a different institution, you probably put in a lot of work. And so when it comes to being a member of our campus community, there's certain things that you have a right to by being a part of our campus community. And those things are safety, fairness, inclusivity, as well as respect. And so I'd like to share a little bit of preparatory information with you as you're preparing to start your fall semester as a Cougar, and just explain a little bit of the things we have set in stone here at our institution in order to ensure your safety and a fair academic environment, and just overall creating a positive higher education experience for you as a student at San Marcos. So you all will receive some materials in order to help better prepare you and know what to expect by being a part of our campus community. And one of those materials is called the Standards for Student Conduct. And those are the policies that are CSU system-wide, not just pertaining to CSU San Marcos, but those are the policies for the whole CSU system that help to ensure the fairness and safety and well-being of our campus community. So I'll pick out some of the safety policies first that we get a lot of questions and clarity needed, and then I'll explain a little bit about the academic integrity. So first and foremost with safety, a good rule of thumb to think about our policies and expectations of you all as students is that if it's illegal, it's probably not permitted or accepted here at San Marcos. And so I'll start with our alcohol policy, and our alcohol policy pretty much mirrors the law that if you are under the age of 21, you're not permitted to obtain, possess, consume, or distribute alcohol. If for those of you who are over the age of 21, be also mindful of that distribution expectation for you all as students. Sometimes our Cougar Cubs might seek you out if they are under the age of 21 to obtain alcohol for them. Just know that there's extra responsibility on you as being over the age of 21, and you kind of know what's expected of you at this point. Now I'll go into our drug-free campus policy. The most common question I get around this policy is actually pertaining to marijuana use, because recently the state of California approved recreational use of marijuana. Even though we live and work and we're located in the state of California, we are an institution that receives funding from the federal government. And when we receive money from the federal government, there's some pretty thick strings attached as far as what we're expected to uphold and follow when we accept that money. And that money also goes to you as students to help fund your financial aid, your grants, scholarships, or any money that is helping you pay for your education. And so we prioritize helping our students out monetarily as opposed to allowing marijuana on our campus. So essentially what the policy is for San Marcos is that we do not permit or accept any use, possession, consumption, or distribution of marijuana in any form. That goes for edibles, smoking, vaping, any sort of e-device, and so on and so forth. Wax pens, all that stuff. So that pertains to not only the CSUSM main campus, but any university-sponsored event or program, as well as university housing, meaning University Village Apartments or the UVA and the Quad, as well as our Temecula campus, our friends at the Temecula campus. All of those policies are active for those sites and events. A little bit more just to expand upon the marijuana policy and drug-free campus policy. We also have a policy on our campus. It's called the Smoke, Tobacco, Vape-Free Campus Policy, or Clear the Air as it is. So what that means is we don't allow smoking in any form, so traditional cigarettes, chewing tobacco, or e-cigarettes, or any type of vaping on our campus. And that has the same locations as I just mentioned for the marijuana expectations. Other than that, we really expect you to review the standards for student conduct to know what you're expected to uphold as a new student as it pertains to making sure you're in a safe campus environment. And those policies also not only help to ensure the safety, but the health of our campus community so you can succeed academically and not worried about going into an unsafe environment to learn and obtain your degree. I'll expand a little bit upon the fairness policy as it pertains to academic integrity. So another policy you'll receive in preparation for starting your first day as a Cougar is our academic honesty policy. And that policy is so great for you all to read because it gives specific definitions and examples of what academic dishonesty looks like on our campus. So it breaks down into 4 different categories Well, now we'll go into fairness as it pertains to academic honesty and academic integrity. So another document that you will be receiving in preparation for your first day at class will be the policy that's called the academic honesty policy. That is a great document for you all to read because it's very clear about the different types of academic dishonesty that are not tolerated, as well as what some of those examples may look like for those different types of academic dishonesty. So it breaks down into 4 categories: cheating, plagiarism, facilitating academic dishonesty, as well as fabrication. But a good way to think about it is just think as far as preparing your assignments for class or sitting down to take a test, and just ask yourself this question. And what I'm using as far as my materials or technology, is that giving me an unfair advantage over my classmates? Or do my classmates have access to this information? And if the answer to that is no, meaning you're at an advantage over your classmates who are at a disadvantage, who don't have that same information or access to information, it is likely going to be deemed as academic dishonesty. So a good tip for you all as new students that students who have been accused of academic dishonesty in the past would give to you is use those communication tools with your faculty, i.e. ask those clarifying questions ahead of time before an assignment is due or before you sit down to take a test, so you're not giving an excuse to your professor when it's kind of too late or after the fact. So do your due diligence, and it is a two-way street in terms of communicating expectations. So if something is unclear to you, take it upon yourself to ask the faculty member or TA if what you're doing to approach that assignment or test will be accepted or not, and maybe suggestions for what you can do to best study or learn the material. And they are always happy to help. Faculty do not ever want to refer you for academic dishonesty. So as much as you can do to help them help you, they will welcome that with open arms. So use those tools, as well as giving yourself enough time. So many students who are referred for academic dishonesty tend to be on the procrastination side sometimes. So as much as you can to utilize your time management skills will be helpful and will lessen your chances of being accused of cheating or plagiarism. So those two tips, open communication with your faculty, as well as time management and offsetting procrastination as much as possible. If you follow those two things, it's very unlikely that you will be referred for cheating or any sort of academic dishonesty. So use those tips from past students who have been through that experience, unfortunately.
So now I'd like to talk a little bit about our civility campaign. Civility is our framework for the campus culture here. We take that seriously. We are a diverse community and believe in the inclusiveness of all. And part of how we do that is through the Civility Campaign. It's an initiative that was begun quite a few years ago to help students and to give students the opportunity to have dialogues with others, dialogues in a way that is respectful of others, is caring about others and where they're coming from, empathetic, and also with an awareness and respect for another's culture and their own humanity. Dialogues are an important part of being on a college campus. Debate is what it's all about being here, learning how you feel, what you believe in, having an open mind to what others believe in, and really being able to discuss and debate these in a way that's civil. So the Civility Campaign, in order to help students in being able to do this, has several opportunities for practice. One of those is the Civility Cafe. The other is Civility Dialogue, and each of those take place once a month throughout the school year. And they're opportunities for students to come together with, despite their diverse opinions or backgrounds, to come together, talk about a particular topic or social justice issue, and really practice how to talk, how to listen, and to really have civil discourse with one another. You will find information about the Civility Campaign throughout the year. Will be in newsletters, emails, as well as on our website, Civility Campaign. We hope that you'll take a look at this and really become a part of this initiative that we feel is so important on campus.
And it really is the framework for our campus culture. And just to learn a little bit more about the Civility Campaign and so you could recognize the programming, we'd like to share this video with you, so enjoy. So we just want to leave you with this question, and we want you to start thinking about how you plan on contributing to our campus community. You are a part of our community now. So start thinking about ways you want to either get involved or give back or just connect with others, no matter how slight that may be. So we are so excited that you're a part of our community now. And please don't hesitate to contact us should you ever have any questions or concerns or need resources. We are happy to help, and that is something that is so pervasive throughout our campus community. We are such a supportive community and welcoming and helpful community, not only with our staff, but our faculty as well as student leaders, and just all the students here too are just so willing and able and happy to help. So thank you for your time today, and we hope you got some new information.
Thank you very much. We welcome you to campus, and just remember, like Leslie said, we're here to support you. We are all excited to see you walk across that stage at the end of your journey here. Thanks so much.
Thank you.